Sure.
Q.
Cues. Audio cues.
Q's.
Q.
B.
We all did the same cue. We might. Anyways.
BQB.
All right. Well, episode 8
There's my Q.
Episode 8.
of Castle Grayskull.
Hi.
So if you're on the wrong podcast, you're welcome. You're on a much more awesome
If
podcast.
you're on that wrong podcast,
Yeah, we might have to start
you're
over.
on the right podcast, actually.
Wait, what?
Lucky for you.
You made if you're on the wrong podcast, you just found an awesome podcast. That's what I
Yes.
said, right?
Yes, that is what you
Oh.
said.
We have
you
a-
also said Castle Grayskull.
You successfully.
Oh, shit. God. Well, you know what? Why
here-
that happened is
here
because
comes-
I was writing down all these different shows that for the secret.
We got a bigger
question.
budget.
Here
we
comes,
Yeah.
we
here comes
bought the
cease
rights.
and desist.
Well, anyways, Condo
Moving on
Grayskull, February 24th.
yes.
This is big because the 25th, a couple games come out, and we'll talk about that.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
it.
24th too. We're doing this on a Monday, guys. Thanks for
Yeah,
doing that.
kind of changing it
so
up.
out of my element.
I know.
Ugh.
I don't even know what to do with myself.
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
gonna be bad.
I know,
got
we're
a bad
all off.
feeling about this.
this is
I got a bad feeling about this mission.
Great.
Well, I wanted to start this one off. We mentioned comfort movies, and I wanted to do some shout outs. Jen Hobart and Brienne Ford talked about their big comfort movies being Grandma's Boy, which
Both of them?
Yeah, they both had the same one, which
Oh, wow.
I thought was worth mentioning. It was pretty awesome. That's I love that movie. That's easy to watch. That's easy to watch. And then Bama, our friend Bama here, who has also done given us some great questions. His is Forrest Gump, which is
Cool
really
movie.
cool.
I
Yeah.
love that movie.
And then he also
It's a commitment, though.
My
It
wife
is.
hates that.
It's a long one.
really
Yeah, it's a long one.
wow.
I don't know why. I, mean, I think
that's-
it's such a cool movie.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Maybe I should invite you guys over for dinner and just have that play. It'd be like a surprise. Look at I wanted to put on one of the best movies ever made. Sit down.
Invite Mike, and then afterwards we'll do Jerry Maguire.
Exactly.
Which you know
Great.
what? We had a conversation about it. And she's like, I don't like that movie.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Shit.
okay.
Were you able to? Okay, well, we'll go over that in a
Yeah, we'll
second.
do that in a
but
second.
Bama also mentioned if he had a bar, mentioning, kind of our last episode's question, he would want it to be on the Enterprise.
Awesome.
Is that the USS
Now-
Enterprise?
Yes,
Yes.
that one.
See, I think.
But
to
is
be-
it
to be-
Enterprise
I
6 or 7?
Yeah, I was going
or
to say, to be
5?
fair, would it be Next Generation or Original Roddenberry? Or would it be like Star Trek DS9, where it was actually technically a space station? So I guess that doesn't count.
I'm out of my
As long as
element,
it's not
Donnie.
Voyager.
Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned.
I just knew
Oh,
USS.
hey. Yeah, the cell phone police just got
that's a
busted.
faux
Ah, son of a bitch.
Man. Bing, bing.
That's a paw. That's
boy.
fake.
The asshole alarm went
I just
off.
got texted in the
Damn.
middle of that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we actually, I was hanging out with Bama the other night. We actually had like a good hour-long Star Trek conversation while two other people who had no interest in Star Trek at all sat there and listened to it.
We're crying. Their eyes
Yeah.
out.
Pulling their own teeth out.
he
Like,
told me
oh
about
my
that.
god.
He told me about that. It's good. But I just thought that was a cool place to put a bar. I mean, you travel the universe and meet all these different species and
Yeah.
get them
Always,
drunk.
sure.
I think the worst
Yeah.
the worst patron would be Jean-Luc Picard, though, because the only drink he ever did was tea, Earl Grey. That's it. That's all he drank.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was never anything, like, hey, I just had a long shift. Give me something strong.
Right. You want some more? None of that. Oh well. Well, I'm sorry. I interrupted you
I was
guys.
gonna say, what movie to our listeners?
And what movie?
If anybody knows from that small little quote,
Huh? You want some more?
You want some more?
No. Anybody in this room?
Nope.
We'll go over it next week.
Okay.
Next
Yeah.
week.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Speaking of weeks, I'm going to go first. But
should go
before
first.
that,
You have the
Mike
floor.
Davis, Mike Picaro, Joe Friedrich, Colin Ziemer, Condo Grayskull nailed
Welcome.
it.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Yes.
And this is where we're going to start the podcast.
10.
Q.
And now.
Q.
Episode 8.
Excellent. So, my week, I've been playing Strider, and I tried to bang out that game before this podcast so I could have something to talk about. And I've been thinking about doing reviews for our website. Kind of different though. I didn't want to just be like, I give it an 8. Buy this. It's great. I was more thinking like, right now you're playing. What are you playing?
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2. Let's do a review.
There's no
Yeah.
reviews on that.
I went back to that, and it was fun. I'm playing that right now.
Right.
This is my review on me playing that
There
right now.
Probably
Well,
so
new games,
many.
old games, people would like to revisit.
Sure,
Stuff
sure.
they pass them by.
I think more importantly, when I look at Strider, it's like I would like to know if it's worth buying, knowing that there's some games coming out tomorrow,
Right.
Absolutely.
or down the road. I don't know, a little different format, but we'll talk about that more.
You know, just on that review note, I like the way Kotaku does it, where they're just like, should you play this game? Not like a real scoring system. Like they
Right.
give pros and cons, and then they recommend it. It's not necessarily, because a lot of times I'll see like, 70, 80. 70, yeah, maybe I don't want to play. Maybe it's not worth my time. I don't know, but it's kind of just a yes or no. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so something we can talk about more. But been playing that. It's been fun. It's been fun. And then I've been dipping over to the Hearthstone beta and playing that. And I'm getting my ass kicked. I just don't have... I've gotten some wins. It's not horrible. I don't want to make it sound like I'm just like throwing my computer across the room. But yeah, it's hard, especially not having a lot of experience with Magic the Gathering. I haven't played a lot of that. But when it does roll and everything's going well, and and my custom decks are working, it's fun. It's fun.
Feeling.
Yeah, it is a cool feeling. So
Yeah,
I mean, this is only day 3 for me, 4-ish. So I don't have a lot behind it, but it's fun.
I don't think I've played a random match with custom decks yet.
Oh, okay.
The only experience I have against a live opponent is in the arena, where it's it's all random draft. So you're not having to worry about playing people with a
Two
bunch
very
of cards.
cool different systems.
I
Yeah.
played probably 7 just player matches, not arena, because I can't yet. I haven't unlocked all the characters, and I've won twice. So I got my ass kicked quite a bit. But I've won, and that's been cool. That's been cool.
That's not bad. I mean, how many packs? You've probably opened only a couple packs.
Two
So,
packs.
I mean, you only have the base cards of what you
Yeah.
have, and then two packs on top of
And
that.
I definitely felt that last night. I actually played Zach last night, and Zach punished me twice. He had some serious cards.
Really?
He had one that gave him like +8 armor twice, and then he had a Pyroblast, which just did 10 damage on my character. So I was just like, man, I don't have
pretty
anything close to this. But he played really well. I don't want him to think it was anything but skill. He was actually hanging on to some of those cards to make me feel better. They were like, so he could have demolished me early. But,
I
it's
guess
fun.
I have to play this
It's
now.
fun. I've been having fun with that. But
That's a cool game.
I went and saw the Lego movie.
Cool.
Yeah, you should have seen Mike Davis's face when I said that. It's really good. It's really good. I thought it was amazing. I also felt like it was a little overwhelming at times because it was just so visually
There's a lot
stimulating.
visually
So
going on in that
I
movie.
need to see it a few more times to really kind of, I think, absorb all the creativity that's put into that. But it was fun. The one thing that I should have done is. Got a nap in because I was dozing at parts because it was just such a long day, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, I had a really good time watching that movie, and I did not expect the ending, so it was really cool. Did anyone else?
No.
Okay.
I want to
Not
see
yet.
it though. Obviously.
You should.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's been pretty much it. I've been checking out a few movies here and there. Before bed and whatnot, but it's not worth mentioning just because I watch about 2 minutes of them before I'm asleep. So, yeah,
I think that's why you watch them, though. Right?
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
There are those movies that are so
just-
disposable.
right. I watch
That you're
Grandma's
just like, I
Boy,
just need
Forrest Gump.
something.
I watch
Yeah.
Pitch Perfect. No,
Just some white noise.
yeah,
I need
no.
some
Jerry
comforting
Maguire.
right now.
I
I need to be comforted.
well, no, I put on
Matrix.
now you see me, which I saw before, but it's on HBO right now, and it's not that great.
Oh wait, that's Eisenberg and
It's
I've never seen it.
it's all right.
It's no
It's-
Burt Wonderstone, right?
I actually started watching that again too, just because I was like, you know what? I talked about this being a magical piece of shit. I better give it another chance. It has its moments. It does.
Yeah.
But
not
it still didn't like. I still was like, yeah, it's still not amazing. But so far, those two Magic movies, they're not. I don't know if they're worth your time. I
Have
don't
you
know.
watched through the credits on that movie? One of the funniest things I found about that movie was like while the credits are
when
rolling,
they're throwing the bodies
Yeah,
back.
I
Yeah,
was
that
like-
part was funny.
we were
as hell.
laughing about it. We're like, oh, they don't even show how they moved all these
Oh,
people.
yeah, and
then
it's so
we were talking
rough.
about it, and then that part comes up, and they're just like chucking people.
Yeah.
They're
And-
so mean,
that
and they're
was awesome.
slamming like their heads in the doors,
and then they're
stuff.
like touching them up with makeup and stuff, like after because they got these big old like black eyes and everything. That was funny.
That part is pretty
was
funny.
Big black eyes.
To tag
yeah.
that on the end was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, that was my week. You know, just besides work, I did those things. That's kind of what I look forward to,
Cool, man.
Mission accomplished. Yeah.
Good
I give it a
to see you
7.
playing a couple new games. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I try when they come out. I'll try. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I went over to Hearthstone, because I was like, free beta. It was like something new. But I actually did play a couple games with my friend Britton on Dota, and God, that guy's good at that game.
Really?
He was. I was like, I don't know, like maybe 10-4, and he was like 40-2.
Jeez.
He was just rocking the other team.
Wow.
Yeah, and learned a lot watching him play. He's an excellent Dota player, Dota 2 player. So that was fun as well. Got a couple in.
Wow.
So
Props.
I've been jonesing to play more, but it's just not as many people to play with. So, anyways, yeah, that was my week.
Cool.
Nice.
Who's next? Rochambeau.
I'll go.
Okay, wow.
Winner.
Mikey.
So my week actually went by really quickly. You know,
was
not,
shorter.
not a whole lot. Yeah, considering there's
6 days, yeah.
one more day of my week that I potentially would have to report when we come back here every Tuesday, it being Monday. You know, just 24 hours less. But I don't even think that matters. Not a whole lot happened this past week. I think I mentioned last podcast that I've been in the running, you know, for this job, and I had another long interview today. It was like 3 hours.
Wow.
The
And,
fluffer job, right?
geez.
3 hours.
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
long
Yes.
fluffer interview.
Well, I've been chewing gum a lot just to strengthen my jaw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
build that
well,
stamina.
you know,
That's
it's,
cool.
you know, you got to do your field work. But no, just other than that,
Were you able to hear the questions?
He just couldn't answer. He just couldn't answer.
I'm so sorry. Please, one more time.
yeah.
I'm 10-2 with Lion.
Why are you doing this?
I mean, Joe was off today, right? He had the opportunity.
I call it the
chucking
torpedo.
rocks at the window.
Yeah, nothing real big to report. I didn't watch any movies worth mentioning. I'm still just, you know, watching the league, having fun with that. You know, I had the kids most of the time, so it was just us. We went out for pizza and did some bowling, and
Nice.
you know, yeah, that was about it.
Cool. Bowling. Fun.
Yeah, cosmic bowling. I mean, they like it. You know, my enjoyment is sitting there watching them do it.
Oh, God, yeah.
And you know, just you know how they, you
Yeah.
know, how they handle.
It's more like a shot put.
yeah,
It's like
you know, these bowling balls the size of their heads and how they hurl it down the lane, and you know, Blake tends to try and chase after it after he's let it go. And
I've done that
that's so
myself
cute.
a few times.
Oh, yeah.
That lane is slippery.
It is, yeah.
and then you have to wait till he gets through the ball return to get him back. There you are.
Mr. Brunswick, you've got my son. Whenever you get a chance, you just get him back. Yeah. So you know, real quick week, and then I had some fun preparing for tonight's podcast too. So
Yeah,
that was my day.
I
Today.
have
Yeah.
a segment
I see
prepared.
a twinkle in your eye. Yeah, I can. You're ready.
I hope so. I hope there's
He's
some
just
magic.
crying
I hope
now.
there's some
This
magic.
guy's
Yeah,
ready to
yeah.
shine.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna wing the whole thing.
he's good at this stuff, so I think that's why he's excited. You're good at,
absolutely.
you know, kind of the comedy writing, so
Yeah.
but we'll get to that.
We'll see.
We got 2 more weeks to go through.
Weeks.
No pun intended. Not.
So
Yeah, I guess I'll
Colin,
go.
there we go.
Doing a little more work at the helping around in my dad's office for their big split project.
Did you get a weight belt or anything? You said
No, we
your
didn't
back
do-
was hurting.
Yeah, well, we weren't doing heavy lifting this time. Actually,
that's
I was
good.
making a binder fort. We ended
A
up
binder fort?
Yeah, we pretty much filled an entire like 8x10 cubicle with like 5 feet high stacked binders that we had to move out of the file room.
Wow.
The entire thing. Yeah, I had
That's a lot of
When I was
files.
doing my half, I had a binder avalanche. And I like caught it with my knee and my like arm, and I was like, "Oh my god, please don't fall over!" And I'm just like standing there.
Help.
I'm like, yeah.
Sounds like me putting away the dishes.
Yeah.
Please.
Just shut the cupboard as fast as possible. And then
I was like, God, maybe I
tiptoe away.
shouldn't stack that high. So I was like doing half stacks throughout the whole thing. And then I come in the next day, and the other guy that's helping out, I come in, and the whole thing's just filled, like brimmed. This
shit.
cubicle is completely filled. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I guess he was
fuck's
under
gonna
there at
move
one
this?
point, like in like a fort, like under the binders. And
Sounds
Wow.
like
Getting
a,
paid
sounds
to
like
do
a
this.
worker's
somebody was like, yeah, you should probably come out of there.
You should put a Post-it note on there that says Jenga.
Yeah.
Yeah, our insurance plan doesn't cover that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like
We
a
should get
workers'
out of there.
comp lawsuit
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
And then he could call Binder and Binder.
Oh
nice.
man,
Social
they should pay us
Security
for that.
disability needs.
Nice.
Were you building a binder for it? Press 1.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Are you currently stuck under a large pile of binders? If you can reach a dial.
But other than that, still playing some of the same stuff. I've been playing more Banished. My first town, Zebra Town.
Did they all die?
They're
Rest in peace, Zebra Town.
They got down to three males.
Ah,
so there was no more reproduction going on. Yeah,
There was still fucking going on.
Yeah, they were still fucking. They started a podcast.
Larry, Moe, and Curly.
you got to do something. I didn't have a goat farm yet, so that was all they were left with.
Oh god.
But so that harsh winter I wasn't prepared for, and then just gradual starvation. I couldn't catch up. I couldn't stop
That's tough.
the snowball. So I started Collinstown. Yeah.
Nice.
And that one's thriving. I took the lessons I learned from the other one, and I'm doing a lot better. I think I'm up to like 30 citizens now.
Oh,
So this is your second attempt, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
second attempt.
Because after he said that it was Zemertown that went down,
Yeah.
right? Mike Davis and I started giving him ideas of names. What were
Yeah.
some names that we had?
Yeah, I'm not very clever with that
Oh
shit.
jeez,
I'd have to look it
I've
up.
got such a
Yeah.
backlog of text now. It would take me a day to scroll back to that.
What, Colin Destries?
Like Fort.
It was a call center.
Well, then we started making puns with just Colin.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Anything
like
to do with my name.
what the shops would be, and you had.
Oh, I had that rip. It was an auto body shop called Recollins.
Yeah, Total Recollins.
Total Recollins. That's right. Yes.
I had the what is it? Opened up the auto body shop called Calling All Cars.
Yeah,
I
there you
like
go.
that. Yeah, we're nerds. I know.
Yeah.
That's why we have this podcast.
Let me ask you a question, Colin. Is that game set up kind of to throw you curveballs? Like, they get you started and everything seems peachy keen, and then it's like, here's winter.
Well,
Fucking bears
You don't know
attack.
shit about winter.
Earthquake.
There are disasters in the game, but I haven't encountered any yet. Like, there's fires and other stuff, diseases, I imagine,
Okay.
whatnot. But fortunately, I haven't had any major disasters
Jehovah's
happen.
Witnesses going door to door.
You're like,
But I mean,
"Ah,
when the winters get really cold, because I mean the weather varies. Like if they get really cold, like they won't want to go outside and work. So it's like if you don't have stockpiles, then I mean that's basically what happened with the first one. Is it got really cold. I basically had no food stockpiled, and it was like nobody was outside working. So
It sounds like that's kind of the story though, because I know that guy Leo plays, whatever.
Yeah.
But his kind of went the same way.
yeah, well, I didn't. It wasn't from building a
Yeah.
pub or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, his,
Yeah,
That was a great video.
I didn't get that far yet, but yeah, no, thriving. And
That's
then
cool.
playing a little bit of Hearthstone. Since Joe picked it up, I kind of picked it up again. I was worried about playing beta because I was like, I hate playing beta just because when they wipe your stuff out, I was like, God, I hate building up my collection, 4 times before release.
Right.
But I guess they're not doing a wipe.
That's good.
Oh, even when it
live.
goes full. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So everything you have now, you get to keep.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
am
like
not
that.
looking
I'll play.
forward to playing you.
Yeah.
And this guy's been playing Magic for how long?
I don't know. Well, I haven't played a lot
Well,
in the
let's
last
just,
9
Start
years,
there.
but I played. I don't know. I played.
But
for
he's
like
played the
6
last 9 years. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
I have. I have played, but
Yeah.
very sparingly. But I was like a religious Magic player for like 6 years or so in high school, junior high. But it definitely helps.
6 years of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
6
worked
years of
with
high
a couple
school, yeah.
guys who
For
really
6
liked-
years in high school, I played Magic. That's why I was in high school
Yeah.
for 6 years.
Yeah, no, it actually got banned in my school when we were in junior high.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we weren't actually allowed to play during school time.
Did they think it
Because
was
it's
the devil's?
demonic, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you go to a Christian school.
Oh, really? That's why?
Yeah.
I was thinking that some of the Yardudes would mix it up, and there was a guy like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, and they're like, "Hey, no magic," and you're like, "Fuck!
No.
You card players ruined it for me.
No.
I had a career."
No, just the artwork. It's too-
Well, dude, the
Too much.
school that I went to banned Pogs. If anybody remembers Pogs, you guys
Yeah,
remember?
I
Okay,
do.
well, yeah. I mean, when it just took off and blew up,
Because that shit got violent.
kids were coming to school and playing, and the whole reason the principal gave was that's a form of gambling.
Yeah.
Because if you flip it over, then you get to keep the
I think-
Pogs. But it's
I
like,
think we
well,
got
I
one
guess,
Yeah,
but
that kinda
that is
makes
strange.
When I was in
Thanks for,
elementary,
you
I
know,
think they got banned as well.
it's like pick your
actually.
battles. What do you want us doing? Playing Pogs, or getting pissed that you took Pogs away and then coming back at midnight and graffitiing up the whole side of the gym.
Did that happen?
I don't know.
That scenario would, if that was going through the principal's head, I could see it going
You
differently.
came up with that pretty quickly. Man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You guys were hardcore fourth graders.
I don't know if that happened. Yeah. No, this was in junior high. This was in we were all-
See, for me, that was like first grade.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A little bit different. Nobody was really graffitiing at that age.
Yeah, me neither. I never got into that.
Graffiti.
Never
There were gangs. I just never. I never got jumped in.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was always that was what freaked me out.
I just
I was
got
like,
jumped.
is there a way you guys could just like not, you know, like I don't.
Can we just do
Don't
like a
hit me.
secret handshake?
Yeah. Skip that part.
Yeah.
Can we do like? Can I get hugged in? I'd like that. That sounds way better. But no,
Wasn't that
they're
the
like,
initiation
high-fived
for this
in?
little crew?
Yeah.
Hugs.
We all hug right before and jump in a circle, and then we go us, and then we start our podcast, and that's us jumping in.
Thank
That's
God
what
we
we
don't
need to
record
do.
that part.
Well, Mike,
Yes.
I was
How can I
done.
help you?
did you have a week?
Yeah, totally.
How was your week, Mikey?
I had a good week. It was good. It was good.
Just a lot of work.
No, absolutely. I'm still, playing some new games. Like Joe, I tried to bang out the rest of Half-Life 2. The game was a lot longer than I expected, which is cool. I mean,
great, though.
Yeah, man. It's taken, 7 years to finish?
the difficulty really ramps up towards the end. Like these big striders come out, as they call them. Like there's these mechanized like spiders.
Yeah.
And they will fucking wreck you.
Yeah.
They're pretty crazy. But no, I wasn't able to do that.
Those. Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm close. Played the opening to The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
Joe was kind enough to let me borrow that, and opening sequence like totally blew me away. Pulled me in, and I'm looking forward to playing that.
Shit, I forgot to bring portals for you.
No,
I have it.
Okay.
yeah,
You can go through my sack of games.
Okay.
So I have all my 360 games. I didn't mention this in the podcast. I took all my 360 games to GameStop because not all of them. Obviously the ones I
I saw
love.
the
I can't.
bags in
Right,
there.
right.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of these. They're just kind of taking up space. So after scanning all 70 plus games, maybe more, they're
Probably
like,
more.
$10.
They're like, we can give you $72. So for 70 games, I can get one.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let this fill some space in my house.
That does not compute.
No, it was. I felt bad because the guy was scanning and looking at each disc, and it took a good 20-25 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. He's like, hey, this one you $4. Hey, that's good. I'll put it on the
Did
good
you
job
just
pile.
walk in, plop it down, and say, "I'll be over at the Hot Topic for a while. You get started with that. I'll be back."
I wish there was a hot topic. It was just nail salons and stuff.
And
I
what's
couldn't-
that like?
I'll
$500
be down at the Orange Julius.
that you spent? Oh no, 70. Jesus.
Oh no, way more. Yeah,
I was thinking
like
$7.
$4,200.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So a little, the amount, the value was reduced once I drove those off the lot. So, that's, anyways.
On games like Madden and shit like that, those sports games that are released, annually,
Every
they're
year.
like cents. They're like
Oh,
10
no.
cents.
And some of the bad decisions I have in that bag, oh man, they're not, they got into pesos. I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad.
yeah.
Sorry.
Other than that, I watched House of Cards season 2. Started that. Have you started that, Mike?
I've started. I'm about halfway through the first episode,
Okay.
so not too. I haven't even completed
the
the first one
bombshell get dropped yet?
yet. No, not
Okay.
yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
wow. That starts on a fucking kicker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I highly, recommend you finish it.
I wish I would have seen it. Now I apologize for.
No,
Now you
you'll
can't
enjoy
talk
it.
about
You'll
it.
enjoy it. No,
Okay.
it's and Walking Dead has been awesome. I don't know if anybody's watched that. Colin, I think he watches it. I think it's been awesome. I
Well,
love this season.
need to
This
get
would
back
usually be
into
the,
it.
this would usually be the night that I watched
Oh, okay.
last night's episode. But
No,
that
really
hasn't
good,
happened
really
yet.
good. And
Yeah.
and biggest thing was yesterday I got to see Gravity in
Yeah.
3D.
Nice.
I see Gravity every
The
day.
3D was worth it though, right?
Well,
You experience gravity. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted. That's why I wanted to see it in the theater because it's. I mean, you can get it on DVD now. I think it comes out tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Tomorrow
Okay.
or last week it came out. Yeah, absolutely. It's
so you
it's
can't.
for
It's
sale now.
tomorrow. You can. Come on.
Well, you
sorry.
could get it on. You can rent it through a lot of streaming services.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now I feel like an asshole.
Well, You are.
Torrent.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, you're not. Just sometimes, but it's fine. we deal with it.
Let me just mute him. All right, there we go.
No, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to see it any other way because some of the, I mean, it pulls you in.
They do a great job with that.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah.
My God,
Yeah.
shockingly well done. The visuals.
Real quick, if I can ask, what was your initial reaction at the
Spoiler alert?
No, because
Okay,
who
keep
hasn't-
going.
Who hasn't seen?
Well,
I haven't seen it.
There
you
you
guys,
go.
fuck. All right,
Go see it,
Well,
dude.
go see it, and then I'll pose this question later.
So, did you guys like the movie?
Gravity?
I did. I liked it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I went with Lauren, and she didn't like it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get that out of her. She just said it was just the pacing wasn't, that great. And I just was like, I thought it was pretty good, but to each their own. But
guess
I
so.
loved it.
I guess so.
It kind of reminded me of, in some parts, The Abyss, because in The Abyss it's like it's the same thing. You have like oxygen that
It's
you have
just
to worry
the
about,
other-
and
the other
it
end
just-
of the extreme.
It's just extreme environments and how you're going to deal with it. And if anyone, have you seen Abyss? The Abyss? Oh man, it's
Oh,
a
wow.
great movie to
Yeah,
go back
that's-
to. So if you guys haven't seen
agree.
The Abyss, it's really fun. Is that James Cameron?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, James
absolutely.
Cameron. Ed Harris plays the lead role.
Oh, it's so good.
Really good in that movie.
You know,
But I liked it.
I got to
Gravity.
give it up to Sandra Bullock. I mean, she's a really good actress.
She's
in that
my
movie.
female Tom Cruise. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I don't know what there is not to like about her, but I mean, she's so out there that I could see. You just had enough of her, But she's.
Did
damn.
you?
I mean,
did
she
you
was
see
kinda-
Hope Floats, Mikey?
I did not.
Are you not a fan of her?
I'm not a fan of Hope Floats.
Oh well, that's fair. I mean, everyone
Is
has
that your
those
Jerry
movies.
Maguire for SB?
Yeah. I thought I will say I did think she was
SB.
excellent. Given the confines of the set for the majority of it, she's in this capsule, and so you got to think about production wise, she's got cameras just sitting right there, and she has to act out all of
No,
this.
absolutely.
It was
And
very
it's
believable.
Probably
In and out
a
of a
lot of
suit.
it blue or green screen. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very believable.
Suit on, suit off, in a capsule, outside of a capsule, going through 0G. I mean, it was just I don't know, totally compelling and
Yeah.
totally kept me in.
I think The Blind Side is what brought me back with her.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
haven't
mean?
seen that one either.
Oh really?
Yeah, I hear it's great. Obviously,
Have you?
I have seen that. Yes,
Did you like that movie?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great story. Well, based on a true story.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
yeah, I don't want to go on too much longer, but yeah, I mean, it was awesome. And obviously, new parents, we don't get out almost ever, so it's cool to get to see a movie in the theater.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
But one other thing about the pacing that surprised me that Lauren didn't like it is hour and a half movie. I think that's almost like the
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
length for a movie because it's like, some of these movies drag on and
She didn't find it as compelling as I did. I don't know. To each their
it's
own.
too bad.
you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's being
Fortunately, we
re-released
enjoyed
because of
it.
the Oscars, right? I mean, I'm assuming that's
Well,
why.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, it was re-released in IMAX too.
Oh, right.
Last month, but yeah.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is that's what I saw it in.
I was
saw
so
it in
curious to see how much that movie has grossed because that it's been a huge hit and it's now been in the theaters forever. Like
It's a gross amount.
October, I think.
A gross amount.
It's grossing me out.
Were you going to say something, Colin? I
I don't know.
think
You
we
can't-
kind of cut you off there several times.
Sorry about
Oh
that.
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really have
Okay.
anything to add.
See it, man.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I mean, when he said
gonna buy
Sandra
it.
Bullock, Tom Cruise, I was like, I guess I do kind of feel the same about both of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is she a Scientologist?
No. I mean,
No.
I don't.
Because I think that's kind of what makes him
I think
weird.
she's normal.
The personal stuff, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I think she's a better person than Tom
Yeah.
in general. Yeah. Again, I mean, I'm not in love with Tom Cruise here.
No. Yeah.
He just happens to be in a lot of movies I watch. So I'm like, I can't hate him.
Have people taken that
What's
the
that?
wrong way?
It's
You
the
and-
tattoo that throws him off. I have Tom on my back. Naked.
Well, that's why I made that comment in the text about Mel Gibson is because me and Bama were talking about that, like using Mel Gibson as another example. Like
Yeah. No, that's
Mel
true.
Gibson is in awesome, like excellent movies, but that guy is a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
Yep.
He
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's hard to like.
It's
Mel Gibson.
hard not to take that in with
See,
you when
yeah.
you see him
But
in a
see,
film, right?
I
Yeah.
think it's harder for me with Mel Gibson because he's like anti-Semitic.
No,
And
he
he's
came
like
out on a tirade.
He's
Yeah.
like,
You know?
that's the
Oh,
part
no,
that's
he's
hard.
definitely way worse, but I mean, I think it's still,
But I know
it
what
still
you're
falls
saying.
in the
Yeah,
same thing.
it's just tough. I mean, like, I know exactly what you're saying. That makes total sense. That's a great argument. But I look at them still at like Mel Gibson is the master class of like assholes at the moment. I mean, he's just he just feels he's so superior than everyone else, and that's, I suppose, the same as Tom. But
it's strange because they both have a great filmography before they before they kind of went off the handle.
Mad Max. I mean, come on, he got some really good roles, just like Tom got some awesome roles. It just fell in his lap. And Lethal Weapon, Mad Max, Braveheart.
Patriot.
Patriot was good.
He was in that one. What was it? Forever Young. He played that war pilot.
Yeah, that was
Bird
a good
on
one.
a Wire.
Got
The Man Without a Face. Is that him?
Yeah.
Bird on a Wire.
With him and Goldie Hawn.
No, dude, you're thinking of Kurt Russell.
That's Overboard.
Overboard is
Bird
what
on
I
a
think.
Wire is.
Is Mel Gibson.
Are you sure?
1,000%.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
Do I need to take off the case here?
No, I believe
No,
you.
I got. Listen,
Jesus.
I'm going onto my app. I'm dumb. IMDb.
I am dumb.
I'm the baby.
Yeah, speaking of Kurt Russell, it's funny. My buddy, he's like one of those guys. Not. I mean, you guys aren't.
Yeah,
Some of you guys aren't
Mel
that
Gibson.
bad, but he's one of those people that'll ask you like, or talking about a
Thanks.
movie, and if you've never seen it, he's like, "Oh man, I can't believe you've never seen that movie." One of those kind of guys. And I don't know how it came up. Oh, it's that Fiat
Is that a bad
commercial.
thing? Are you listening to that?
Yeah,
I'm just
this
kidding.
guy's not as bad as you assholes. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, I mean, you guys see a lot of movies. I'm not really a huge movie buff, but that Fiat commercial where they're in the desert, I was like, yeah, this kind of reminds me of Stargate. And my buddy's like, I don't think I've seen Stargate. I was like, what?
Oh shit!
I was like,
There
you've never
you
seen
go.
Stargate?
Wow.
Yeah, Stargate.
Whatever. So we threw it on, but it was
That's
way
funny.
late. He was
Kurt
he was
Russell.
So
nodding in and out.
You kind of
anyway,
know
but-
how we feel, right?
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
yeah. I mean, I figured Stargate is just kind of one of those ones. I mean, if you grew up in the time that we did, I mean, I know you guys are older, but everybody's seen Stargate.
Not
I
too
feel
much.
like.
Yeah, Stargate was one of those cross-generational movies.
Yeah.
Saw Stargate.
That was a cool
You've seen
flick.
it. Yeah, you've seen
I
it.
saw it in the theater. I remember
you
loving
really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to see that again, but because right now, if someone's like, "I've never seen Stargate," I'd probably be like, "What the fuck is your problem? Like, get out of my sight." I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Fuck you, Mom.
such a bitch! You're my least favorite niece. Get out of my face."
It is on Netflix. so-
3.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Start.
Oh wow!
Well,
I
there
gotta
you
check
go.
that out.
Now
Okay.
we know what Joe will be falling asleep to tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you how the first 2 minutes are.
Yeah, we ended up not even finishing it. I do need to go back and watch the whole thing because it's been a while.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So, I mean, is that everyone's week? Everyone feeling good about the weeks?
Feeling good about the week. It was a
Yeah.
good week.
So, would you like to go into my segment?
Let's do your segment.
Let's.
Okay, so
Let's lead into that.
I worked a mid, and a mid is where you work basically both a lunch and dinner shift. If
At the coal mine,
anyone,
right?
yes, this is working
Yes.
at the coal mine. If anyone
Yeah,
doesn't
down-
know,
down
I'm
at the docks.
I'm the managing partner for a restaurant, so I hear a lot of stuff. I'm surrounded by 18, 19, 20, mid-20s.
People
and
that
they
act
say
18, 19.
yeah, exactly. And they say a lot of crazy stuff. So I was listening. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a list of all the things I heard today.
And this is just normal conversation.
This was a pretty light day.
Okay.
I mean, it gets much worse. It gets much worse. So, okay, here we go. So, one night at my job. Here's my first quote. "I'm trying to get out between you guys." Number 2. "I'm right behind you." 3. "Let me push this in here." 4. "You're going to hurt your back. Use your legs more."
Yeah.
5. "If I could stuff my face with this right now." 6. "I have to take a shit. Tell everyone not to come inside here."
A lot of these could go together.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're all from the same guy.
They could have been said one right after the other.
The next one is, "Can you grab this for me?" This one actually, I might have typed it differently both times, but I totally gave it to the wrong guy. But I wrote here, I totally gave it to the wrong person. I'm pretty sure it was Guy.
Okay.
Next one, "Damn, look at all these people. Fuck me."
I said
Next
that
up,
once or twice.
that just totally splashed all over me.
That goes along with the don't come in the bathroom one.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. "Run your shit."
Yeah, I said that plenty of times.
All right. "Kill it, refill it." All right.
Huh?
And last but not least, "Full hands in, full hands out." So this is a combination of like normal stuff we say.
Yeah. So,
And-
so
yeah. Sorry.
what was your idea? So
Well, okay, so
Tell
I was
the
thinking-
audience what you
I
proposed.
was listening to all these. I wrote these down. I don't know why at first what really my master plan
Why
was. But then
not?
I looked at this and I was like,
A lot of innuendo.
if I took this out of the restaurant and just used this to put into any type of funny scenario, funny joke, used differently, we could probably come up with some pretty creative stuff. So I sent it out to all the guys and I said, all right, here's the quotes. Tell me what you can get out of these. You know, I got 13 here, so I got 13 quotes. Let's make them funny.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with the first one, all right? And how do you guys want me to do this? You want me to say it kind of like Cards Against Humanity, where I say it and then you have your response, or...
Sure.
Absolutely.
I don't have responses to all of them.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. No big deal. But we'll go clockwise. You want me to go last, or you want to go last?
Well, I did, to spoil it a bit, I had some prepared answers, so I actually had two of the sayings go together.
Oh, no,
for one
absolutely.
response.
However you want to do it.
Okay, so I don't want to read ahead.
Oh, no, it's
And
totally
ruin.
fine.
Okay.
So let's start with the first one. And we'll start with you, Colin. We'll go around. I'm trying to get out between you guys.
I don't have one for this. So
Okay, Mike, what's up?
Well, this is the first one, and I also had one other saying coupled with this. Is that
What's
okay
the
if
other
I,
one?
Is that okay if I,
Yeah.
let me just push this in here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I had, I'm trying to get out between you guys, and let me just put this in here. Those are chapter titles 2 and 3 from Justin Bieber's upcoming autobiography, My Life Behind Bars.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. MP, what do we got?
I was working on this last minute. Let me see what I started to come up with.
Oh God.
I can go.
Yeah, let's
please
keep
go
it
right
going.
Here we go. So, I'm trying to get out between you guys. I remember my first day in gay porn.
No, I didn't even get anywhere.
Nothing? Okay, let's do number 2. I'm right behind you.
Mumbled the middle link in the human centipede.
Oh, wow. Nice. That's a good one.
Mumbled is right.
What?
Oh, God.
What?
I can't understand you. I'm shitting.
I will not see that movie.
Don't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did.
Not worth
it.
Some things you can't unwatch.
Nope.
Right? For I'm Right Behind You, I had, that is every horror slasher movie you've ever seen right before the protagonist dies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
bad.
I'm right behind you.
No.
Nothing? All right, I'll go.
go.
All right, this is a Mike and Joe show. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's all right. So, it's the worst when you're alone in a room masturbating to women's tennis and you hear, I'm right behind you. All right, number 3. Let me push this in here.
I'm so glad we got this NES.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Do you have any for that one? No? All right.
Go right ahead.
I got 2.
Okay.
I thought this was an optometrist appointment. And, hey, Doc, how'd you get your tools so warm? All right. So, number 4. You're going to hurt your back. Use your legs more, Mike.
That was Supreme Leader Vladimir Putin to Sergei Smirnov, the poor sap chosen to dig the mass grave for the 2014 Russian men's hockey team in secret location.
All right, Skip. Are you throwing down the Skip Uno card? Or
Again,
reverse?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, no problem.
Please, everybody.
Now,
go
did
right
you
ahead.
call him Skip? Or are we...
Hey, Skip.
Hey, Skip.
All right, so for you're going to hurt your back, use your legs more, I have, I remember the first time I tried masturbating. All right, number 5. I could stuff my face with this right now, Mike Davis.
That was a quote from Noah, Captain's Log, Day 26. Cows be looking good, as translated from the ancient Aramaic texts.
That is a sophisticated response right there. That is excellent.
it.
None of mine
right.
are sophisticated, just so you know. Me?
Please.
All right. Of course I have naked pictures of Tom Cruise. And just to remind you, I could stuff my face with this right now. All right, next up. I have to take a shit. Tell everyone not to come inside here. Mike Davis.
I did not have one for that one.
No.
Try as I may.
And mine is, of course I have naked pictures of Tom Cruise. No, I'm kidding. It's, listen, I can't undo the past. So I have to take a shit. Tell everyone not to come inside here.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. So next up. Can you grab this for me?
2, Hiroshima. XOXO, America.
Oh, you dropped the bomb on me, baby.
All right.
Sorry.
No, I don't have one.
Okay. So what were we on? Can you grab this for me?
Yes.
That's the only thing my sister has to say to the doctor when she gets pregnant again. She's had a lot of kids.
Jeez.
Hey, can you grab this for me?
It's like a popping.
There's no popping anymore. Come on, man. Thump.
It's like a swirly slide at the park now, right?
It's like a breeze going through the curtains.
That's my sister, you sons of bitches.
And she's a lovely woman.
She is. She's amazing. She's amazing at having kids. Number 8. I totally gave it to the wrong person or guy.
Said the doc after the vasectomy.
Oh,
God. Good one. Whoops.
I said, then I rolled over and said, I disagree. All right, number 9. Damn, look at all these people. Fuck me.
I came up cold on that one, too.
Yeah? All right, what do I
I
have?
thought some of them were like just too.
I just couldn't. They were
for,
so specific.
Like,
I couldn't do it.
All right, so damn, look at all these people. Fuck me. I have my internal dialogue when I go out to dinner with my immediate family. P.S. I have one fucking sister.
And her brood, right?
And just so the audience knows, she just had number 7. They're all so cute, but it is insane.
That's
I don't know how she does it. I have 0 pressures off.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
God damn.
They're cute, though. Let's see. Number 10. That just totally splashed all over me.
Don't go.
No?
That just totally splashed all over me. Chicago Tribune film critic Seymour Butts on his review of the adult film RobukkakeCop 3.
Holy shit! I'm surprised you were able to nail that without screwing up.
RobukkakeCop.
Nothing?
I came up with
All
that
right.
one on my own.
That just totally splashed all over me. I haven't been able to make eye contact with my dad since.
Oh, Jesus.
Excellent.
Number 11. Run your shit.
Is the final event in the Defecathlon.
How many events are there?
I do not want to bring up the anchor in that event.
Run your shit. Explain to me why the nurse is yelling that to me again, Doc.
Oh, jeez.
Kill it, refill. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, there's a problem.
Yes, I got to go
There's a
quick.
serious problem.
That stool sample needs to get there ASAP.
It's moving or something.
Kill it, refill it.
That was Hunter S. Thompson on Mottos for Life.
I have the mission statement at the local turducken factory.
That's a good one.
And number 13, full hands in, full hands out.
What does that mean in
So
the
when
restaurant sense?
when you grab dish from tables, you have full
Dirty
hands in.
dish.
So you grab dish or bust the table. You bring it into the dish room, so that's full hands in, and then
Okay.
you bring clean dish out. So full hands in, full hands out. So
Gotcha.
it's you got to pre-bust, stock the line.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or anything, really.
Yeah, anything.
Have stuff in your hands. Don't just be walking in and out
Yeah,
without
but
anything.
that's like the
Yeah, okay.
primary place it's used.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's used all over
Okay.
the place.
That's cool.
Absolutely. Anyone?
Be productive.
Yeah. Full hands in, full hands out. How to Deliver a Baby for Dummies, Chapter 6.
That's the field hauler used when Honey Boo Boo's mom orders room service.
Good
So, man.
That's good.
Yeah, so
Nice
kind of
job.
went. I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but that was pretty funny. So
Yeah.
Good job.
we'll I'll see if I get anything else from I mean, geez, the restaurant industry is crazy. I hear the most ridiculous stuff, and
Oh, them on their own are
Oh.
funny.
yeah, I don't even. I should just quote them and then
Yeah.
say, "Love whoever said it." You know.
Yeah.
You could just stick a recorder on Brienne and just,
Brienne and Bama, yeah,
God.
those two fireballs, holy hell! If they're both on the shift, oh man, it's insane. They're a lot of fun to work with. That's so entertaining.
The glue that holds the team together.
But, yeah, they're great. They're great.
they really keep place of business going.
They do. They keep me going because I mean, man, the grind. But yeah, so that was the segment. What should we call that?
Shit people say.
That's a good one.
What we
Creative.
think. Yeah. Yeah, that's all you're getting out of me now, since I've spent all my creativity on that.
Yeah.
We're done, all right. Mike's going to go to sleep. You'll see it on the vidcast.
Run your shit, people say.
Run your shit.
My apologies for not being prepared.
No, I have. For some reason, I thought that we'd get some zingers out of you, but I didn't explain it very well in the email. So,
Unacceptable.
yeah. Well,
Lots and lots of words.
good cop, bad cop
Yeah.
here.
That's my excuse.
So we didn't get a ton of questions. Which, come on, guys, we're here to answer your questions. We like it. It's fun.
Anything
Fire
you
any
want.
kind of
That's
bullshit.
true.
you
Yeah,
want.
just if you want to hear four idiots talk about stupid stuff, well, tell us what to talk about. You know. Anyways, we did get one. Well, I'm sorry.
No,
What's up?
I was going to say, I mean, because we got a little more time left. I think how many questions we got? One?
We had one from Ryan about our favorite TV shows as a kid.
Favorite TV shows? Yeah.
I couldn't knock it down to one, so I brought in a
Oh, I have a list.
5.
Oh, do you? Okay, well, let's go to questions. I was going to talk about that video I was mentioning.
Oh yeah, please.
Oh,
We can get to that.
Yeah. No, I've been watching these videos from this YouTube channel called Vsauce, and it's this guy. He does kind of like all sorts of weird stuff. But the one I sent to you guys was like, why are things creepy? He's talking about like why, what it is that makes like something creepy and why, and he kind of describes how it falls in between like a norm, like it has to do with something seemingly normal or that's like just off normal. So it's like our brain doesn't quite know how to process it. It's normal enough that like, our brain kind of wants to just associate it normally, but then there's just like something slightly wrong.
Is it like
Yeah.
a guy with a lazy eye?
Well, I mean,
It's like you're looking at him
I
and you're
guess
just
if
like, which one?
I guess that's
I don't know,
partially
which one do I
it,
look
but-
at?
If that eye's pointed really
It
weird,
just
yeah.
looks weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes I switch.
Literally
Like, I look at
and
one eye
figuratively.
then I'm like, wait a second, that's not right. I look at the other one. It keeps changing during conversations sometimes. I know somebody with one.
and then it looks like you're watching a tennis match because you're like,
are you just,
and then that's what I'm
You're like,
like,
oh, God, he sees
embarrassed
this.
right now.
you think they're out? You think that you're out of their field of vision, so you keep trying to, and they keep following you, and you're like, no, just
Yeah.
yeah.
stop.
I'm trying to go to the good one.
I mean,
I'm trying to
we're
make
really
you
dumb in
feel
this.
comfortable right now, like looking at the proper eye. And
The whole time they know exactly what you're
It's
doing. They're
having-
like, this motherfucker is trying to.
it's having adverse effects.
That's such an odd superpower you would have.
Yeah, but I mean, he has a lot of videos. There was one I was watching. He was talking about colors, and how kind of weird a concept that is because, we generally, unless you have some sort of color blindness, we all look at something and be like, oh, that's green, that's blue, that's red.
Sure.
But we really have no idea that what red actually looks like to somebody else. Like my
that's
red could
perception.
look, my red could
Yeah.
look like your blue, but we both see it as red because that's what we know is red. But it could be totally different to everybody else.
Is that why you always wear pink shirts, Joe?
Oh, this is more like a salmon, would you say?
Colorblind? No.
Oh, shit, I get it. Yeah. I'm like, it's black. I thought you were crying, and then I'm like, oh, I get it. He's rubbing his eyes.
yeah.
That would be really shitty if this segment just revealed that Mike was super colorblind.
I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta think.
You
some
three are the
man.
nicest black guys I've ever met. I love you guys so much. Mike, I'm super white.
He also did another one. What does human taste like?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, obviously he didn't test it himself
Gotta be
because he's
illegal.
not that. Yeah. But referencing people from the past who have done that stuff, and I guess the general consensus is it's something like veal that's been aged more, like not quite young calf, but like slightly older calf.
Wow.
And I guess that's
Wow.
what they compare it to. But he in the same episode.
Sounds fucking delicious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm-
probably why they don't want us to start eating
That's
each
why
other.
I'm a
'cause
little
it's the
worried because
best
it actually
meat.
sounds really good.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Damn.
But he also talks about like taste. He like used like what does human taste like? Like what do humans like as a taste? And like they go into all this stuff about breaking down all the different flavors that we use. Like in common cuisines and like actually breaking it down to the molecular level and why everything works together and everything. And there are a lot of crazy videos on there. About boredom. Why do we get bored? So,
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, now
His name's
Vsauce,
Vsauce, yeah.
is he the same guy that does the console breakdowns? Well, that's Vsauce 3.
Yeah, there's like 3 Vsauces. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
so
only
it's a
watched a
different-
couple
I thought
of
it was
videos.
the same guy.
Not confusing at all.
I've only.
Yeah.
Well,
Are they a
yeah,
team?
they're all associated, but yeah, they're
Okay.
just different
Oh,
channels.
all right.
They're
all right.
Team Vsauce.
Yeah. I did watch a video from
Is that short for
the third guy.
vagina sauce?
I was
don't
going
know.
to say,
I mean,
what
I
do
was-
you- I was going to say, what do you think that V stands for?
I mean, I feel like we're Team V.
Victory sauce?
Maybe.
That's kind of boring.
Yeah, that is boring.
All right.
Well, I
I
mean,
was just trying to
Probably
play, I
vagrant.
was just trying to
I'd
play
say
devil's
vagrant
advocate by
sauce.
not
That was
being
the
the
G-rated
sexual
version.
weirdo. Yeah.
I said vagrant. Don't go after me.
Okay, I like that vagrant sauce. Okay.
Venus.
wait, on the cannibalism tip,
Williams.
I've often thought like watching like Hannibal or Hannibal Lecter. Those what are the Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs.
Those movies, and he's a connoisseur of sorts, right? Like
He
of all
is.
fine things.
Yeah,
and so
it's
he,
delicious with a nice
Yeah,
piece
so
of
he's-
Chianti.
Actually
Yeah,
a genius.
Fava
yeah.
beans.
Yeah, he resorted, or it's brought him to being a cannibal. It's probably chicken before the egg, but anyways, it's made me think. Like, can you imagine? Well, I like drumsticks and chicken legs, and just take a nice big bite out of that. I've often thought, can you imagine like a perfectly roasted,
Leg of Mike D.
of human, just take a big old meaty bite out of that. I mean,
God.
Leg of Leonard.
He wasn't kidding. He was a cyclist. This is tough.
Wow.
God.
I don't know.
I like dark meat, but oh well.
They do say it's slightly stringy.
Ugh.
It's got to be a lot of like very sinewy.
It's kind of gamey.
They said, yeah. Well, they actually said it's not gamey.
Oh, it's not
Yeah,
gamey.
they said it's pretty.
Well, I was just
Mellow.
reading to tie into the whole cannibalism thing real quick. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I just saw an article the other day where I believe it was an eatery. I want to say
McDonald's.
China.
Oh god.
Just not in our country, but
Oh, God.
it was busted for serving pieces of human flesh. Now I don't know if they actually made this knowledge available to like the public proper, but it was a place where if you were traveled in certain circles, I don't know what kind of circles those would have to be in, but you could go. And so anyway, the story was they raided this. They being the police. Raided this place, found a ton of cell phones. So I don't know if they were like kidnapping backpackers or just
wow.
like
This is
homeless
like
people.
a-
But
it's
then
a
they
good
also
movie.
they found 2 severed heads
Wow.
in the back in the freezer,
nice.
and people were eating people and maybe not knowing it.
That was like or maybe it was like the off menu stuff, like the secret, quote unquote, secret menu.
Yeah. Show me what's in the champagne room.
Yeah, can I get
Yeah.
that human style?
Yeah, right.
yeah, exactly.
But I'm sure if you go and Google it, something about that would come up. I can't.
Can I get
remember
that
where I saw
manimal
it.
style? Thank you.
Well, there was that. Do you guys remember the story about that guy in Japan several years ago that offered for 6 people $200 a plate? He severed his own genitalia and cooked it up
I
and served it
heard
to
about that.
the people that paid.
Who wants to eat my dick for
Oh,
reals
man.
though? For reals.
For real, for
yeah.
realsies. That's what it said on the
seriously,
Craigslist ad.
For reals.
For realsies.
Eat my dick with a question mark. Like that was the title of the post.
Yes,
Well,
you
going back
can.
to the
Wow,
Vsauce guy,
that's
he actually mentioned that.
Sick.
I mean, if you think about it, you're tasting human all the time. You're just it's always tasting it, so you don't even really think about it because your tongue is in your mouth. So, and he says, I think they say within a 3-month period, you swallow enough dead cells from your mouth and mucus and everything like that you eat your own body weight in your own body
What?
And how
every
often?
3 months.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, hey.
I mean,
That's why I'm
yum,
putting on
yum.
all this weight.
I
Damn
know.
it.
Stop eating
Look at
yourself.
belly's
Stop
coming
eating
from.
yourself.
God damn it.
You need to put some sunscreen on your tongue.
Eat me.
It's just shedding too much.
Yum to
Like
some.
when you go
yes.
to kiss when you go
Yum
to
to
kiss
none.
somebody, eat me.
Wow. Wow.
I'm delicious.
Trust me, I try myself
And
all the
nutritious.
time. That's so gross.
Oh,
Like
boy.
Oh man,
boy.
it sucks because I feel like we should never go back to Colin now because that was gross. That was gross, but it was very
No more
very,
airtime for
very-
Carl.
It was
entertaining.
informative though.
Yes, we'll probably post some of the stuff that Vsauce has up, some of the interesting ones because I watched it. I'm glad you talked about it. It's really good.
We did another
Yeah.
one
Good
about
find.
the science of the friend zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God. Let's do that one day for our podcast.
Wait, so did you ever? I feel like I watched a few minutes or a few seconds of that. What makes things creepy?
Yeah.
Was it something like innate? What was the synopsis? I mean,
it's just your mind, because your mind naturally wants to make sense of stuff, especially with faces.
Yep.
Like if something's just like slightly off about a face, like he used an example, he had like a photograph up of this
Like
woman that
symmetry?
was laying there, and like they had like
Asymmetry.
photoshopped her head so that it was like a significant percentage smaller, like 20%
weird
smaller,
looking.
and it was just fucking creepy.
Or a teddy bear with full teeth.
Yeah, like a full set of
It's
human
vagueness, he's
teeth.
saying.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a rough time kind of
Your brain
understanding
can't
it right
process
away,
it,
when you're
yeah.
kind of like, wait, what is this? That creates almost a terror,
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
like, should I run? It's like
Gotcha.
a fight or flight type thing. It's just
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, and that, like he said,
weird.
like why, like just a blank mask, like even like an old hockey mask, or just something that's just
Sure.
a blank mask. There's like no features to it or anything.
Yep.
Why that can be so inherently creepy,
Jason
because
Like those-
it doesn't
the face.
allow you to you pick
Okay.
up so much
Those old-
off a human face that
Those old Easter photos where your parents sit you down as a kid and there's a creepy ass dude in a fucking white bunny costume, and it just looks like he's so evil. He's like,
Yeah. No, there's
Scared of
a
those
picture in that video
bunnies.
of this bunny that looks
Oh,
so
yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
I'm like, God.
Yeah.
it's just completely off.
yeah, like the
Not-
bunny from Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That mask
Very good one.
creeps
Oh, yeah.
me the fuck out.
That is creepy.
Yeah.
That movie is creepy.
Yeah, I liked it.
No, I liked
It's
it,
pretty good, yeah.
but it was creepy.
It was creepy.
Well, let's go on to listener questions. Did you have more? I'm sorry.
No. Listener question.
There you go.
question.
Well, we have one from Ryan.
Thank you,
And
Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
He's
Good
been
guy.
very involved in Condo Grayskull, and that's been really nice. It's so
Absolutely.
nice to see people, post comments, and
that's true.
write emails. And he asked recently, what was our favorite childhood show? And that's tough, because I feel like that's when I was watching shows. Like,
Yes.
watching shows. Like
Sitcoms.
What else was I doing with my time?
if Thursday's coming around and that's when the Cosby Show's playing, the whole family's going to sit down and watch it. So
Yep.
I had a rough time doing one, because it was kind of, it's like any TV show you cycle through, you get older, new ones come up, there's the ones you're not allowed to watch that are badass, So to go through mine,
Please do.
yeah, I would say a big one for me, I would press on the VCR, record 30 minutes, right before I left for school, and this is junior high, TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
And then I would come home, make a double top ramen, and watch that.
Bless
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
when I first started my culinary arts.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I was thinking about some of the other ones, like Full House.
Okay.
And oh God,
Because you loved Kimmy so
Kimmy.
much.
So Anthony, a friend of mine, says, "I fucking hate Kimmy too. I'm
Yes.
so glad you talked about killing her, because I want to kill her now." And I'm like, me too. So So I fucking hate her, but it was one of those things that had to be in the show.
Sure.
Because it's like everything's like, hunky dory, and then fucking the white female version of Urkel comes.
Well, you gotta
by
have,
and you're
you
like,
gotta have
"Shit."
something wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Full House, Cosby Show was huge.
Sure.
That was for
sure.
me.
It's a good one.
Knight Rider.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good one.
I like Knight Rider.
Fuck yeah.
And Airwolf, which was a little
That
before
is
that.
Damn it, that's on my list.
Knight
Airwolf
Rider
was cool, man.
one of the
Airwolf.
most epic theme songs ever. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
could
mean,
hear it
shit.
right now and
Yeah.
just be like, fucking get chills.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, so good. And I remember the first
Awesome.
episode when he first looks into Kit, and he says, "This looks like Darth Vader's bathroom." When he's looking at the console, I remember that because I laughed so hard because he said bathroom, and I was young, and it's like anything that's like bathroom or wieners or poop, I'm gonna roll over and just shit myself. It's so funny.
Fun fact: did you guys know?
You shit yourself?
All the time.
Okay,
it's
cool.
liberating. It's liberating. Fun fact: the gentleman who did the voice for Kit was the gentleman that played the character Mr. Feeney on Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
And Magnum
also-
PI.
Yep.
Magnum PI. He was on that as well.
Oh yeah.
By the way, run your shit. If you shit your pants,
Yeah.
run your shit to the back.
Oh, shit.
Run your
Full
shit.
hands in, full hands
I
out.
didn't know
you gotta
anybody else
finish-
was smelling that.
You got to finish a defecathlon.
Oh my god.
What is it? Robo-cocky?
Robo Bukkake.
Robo-bukkake.
Robukkake RobukkakeCop 3.
That's so tough to say.
So does he just like jizz all over everyone?
I haven't seen it. We gotta check with Seymour Butts at his full editorial
Oh God.
on RobukkakeCop 3.
Some other ones that some other shows. I love Transformers.
Yes.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe I was not allowed to watch, but when I snuck it in there, when I was able to, can I just push this in here? And then I was able to get some good G.I. Joe time. Family Matters, obviously. It takes a lot of Family Matter watching to hate Urkel that much. And then, of course, He-Man. He-Man was fucking huge.
Yes.
I used to have to. I didn't have to do this at all. I would go do all these extra errands around the house and try to get money, the $5 to get an action figure.
Yeah, sure.
You know, move the wood pile, clean this, and I just did it so fast and shitty.
Well, then
I just wanted to get from A to B, and my mom would be like, "I'm not paying you for this." And I'm like, "What? I completed it." She's like, "Yeah, no, you didn't.
right?
This looks way worse.
Curse you,
Like,
mother!
this isn't the time to teach me. Just give me $5, please." Oh well. But that pretty much completes my list. I know there's a million more, but yeah, those are big ones for me.
Yeah,
so.
those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Yeah.
You know, as I was going through, I found some similarities in what I was listing, and I had kind of two categories, and one was kind of the black sitcoms, and then ones that shaded more towards the white sitcoms and Jeffersons. I loved the Jeffersons.
I love the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that too.
Watched the shit out of the Jeffersons. Different Strokes.
I watched Different Strokes too.
Yeah, I mean that could kind of.
Was it Jefferson's new when you guys were young?
No.
I was
No.
gonna say I was
It
like
was
you guys are
probably
that
reruns.
old.
It
Yeah.
might have been reruns.
This is Nick at Night or something.
Good Times. That was definitely in syndication. But I watched Good Times, Cosby, obviously, and then Saved by the Bell was a huge one.
Yep.
I loved Saved by the Bell.
Yep.
Zach Morris and Slater and
Yeah, Saved by the Bell was another one.
Mr. Belvedere.
Oh yeah.
Love Mr. Belvedere.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
That was a
remember
really good
watching
one.
Simpsons. I mean,
Yeah,
I remember
that's a lot of stuff.
the Tracy Ullman show
Yeah,
is
when it
where that
first
got its start. And I
started,
remember watching that. I was watching Tracy Ullman show, and okay, we got this cartoon segment, and it's the fucking Simpsons. And I watched. I think that was at least on Ullman show a couple times, and all of a sudden now here's this new show based on that, and I was like, wow, this is awesome.
And it's still on.
Yeah. What is it? 28 years now? Or
It is.
something?
It is. It surpassed being the longest running animated television show a long time ago.
Yeah, past
and
the
and then it
Flintstones.
surpassed the longest running TV show of all time.
Yeah, I
a
know,
long
it's-
time ago.
that's
It
amazing.
is, I mean,
Talk about
I don't.
Seinfeld.
I don't think Matt Groening has a hand in that at all. When he broke off to start doing Futurama, I think he handed the reins off to whoever else was working, on The Simpsons. But I mean, still going.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
crazy.
how you write for that show anymore. It's like, what do we find to do that we haven't done yet?
It's crazy.
Be Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously, the ones you said are great. I mean,
Yeah.
all these are great. I mean, we watched all these.
We watched
Yeah.
all the same shows. What about you, Mike?
You guys.
Well,
I'm interested to see what Colin has to say.
much like Joe, my number one was Airwolf.
Oh.
I watched
man.
that show religiously, and it's funny because I used to be so into it. Stringfellow Hawk and Dominic Santini.
They flew that Apache out of the.
They put that little shade down, and that means shit's about to
Yo,
get fucked
damn.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're launching rockets. Look out! It was great. You're right. They kept it in the desert. And it flew out. I was like,
It was out of like a
why
mountain,
doesn't
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hollowed out mountain, which must have cost $15 back then.
I want to check out that
A
drill.
long time.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love that show. I also watched a lot of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh,
yeah.
I did too. Shit.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Damn.
And I yes. Looks like these boys about to get themselves in some trouble. Ooh, good news, good news.
Man, they would hit those bushes, and that would be their jump. It's like, hey, a shrub. Let's just jump a town.
What kind of fucking bushes are they jumping into?
Yeah,
and
man.
the car always stayed intact. I was like, that is the most well-built car
Generally.
I've ever seen.
Well, the doors didn't work.
But the doors didn't work. But I wanted to get in and out of
Purred
cars
like a
so
fucking
bad
kitten.
like that, though, as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can I just climb through the window? His father's like, no, can't. This is church.
God.
We're in your tie.
This
God
is a
damn it.
Dodge Caravan. You're not cool.
Let me climb through the sunroof then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
Dukes-
Caravan had a sunroof? Fucking rich.
I watched. Okay, I watched Reading Rainbow.
Who didn't, man?
Yeah.
I
could go
loved it.
twice as high.
But
Take a look.
But don't take my word for it. I used to
Read
give some real smart aleck responses with that.
I can do anything.
Yes.
Read a book. Take a look. It's Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
What's that guy's name from? He was in
Harvard.
Yeah.
He was in
Geordie,
Star
right?
Next
Trek.
Generation. Geordie
Yeah,
LaForge.
there you go.
I watched a lot of Double Dare.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Double Dare.
Awesome! I wanted to do those
yeah.
physical challenges so bad. I wanted to go through that.
awesome.
They put you through the ringer,
Yeah.
and you go down that tongue and fall into that slime. It's like I wanted to be the kid to do
Hell
that.
yeah.
Do you remember the show Funhouse?
Yes.
My sister was on that.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
she won a shitload of stuff.
J.D. Roth.
Yeah.
Another redhead.
I
was
watched.
the-
Yeah,
What about Roundhouse?
Yes. There was a guy who could do a spot on
No?
Yoda
No?
of on
Roundhouse.
show Roundhouse. I watched
Oh, wow.
it.
No, I didn't watch Roundhouse.
Nickelodeon. And then the last show for number 5. I know we're running short on time here, but I have to mention it. Did any of you guys ever watch a television show called Video Power?
no, maybe I don't know.
One of the most epic shows. I would get up. One of my jobs as a young child was to get up early in the morning and make the lunches. You know that my mom had put that on me to do that. So I was up early anyway, and I found this show, and then I watched it for 2 years before it just disappeared. But Video Power was it's like a game show. You have 2 teams, 2 kids, and the host is, asks them, they go through a few rounds of questions, but the team at the end, some of it's like playing games, whoever gets the high score, whoever answers questions based on video games. But at the end, the winning team gets to run through, they get like a minute or something to run through this 2-story structure, and these NES game boxes are stuck up all over the walls.
Heard though,
and
of that, yeah.
Yeah, the kids had these like, helmets and suits on, and it had Velcro pieces all over it.
Oh, God,
and
yes.
in that minute, you had to run through and just.
I think I remember
stick
this.
This
every
really
game
stands out,
on,
this part right
And
here.
then at the end, you got to make it out to get the games, though. Like if you're still in there and the time runs out, you don't get anything. But if you make it down the slide, both team members there, anything that's stuck to you, you get. And then the guy would come up at the end and go, "All right, these guys completed, and they get this and this," and he'd read it off. I went shitballs over that show. I wanted to be on it so bad. Video Power.
I remember a game or a show almost exactly like that called Nick Arcade.
Okay.
That was
Maybe it was
the reboot.
a spin-off
Yeah,
of the same idea. But yeah, I'll have to
Same
Google
exact
that.
thing. Yeah.
That's so cool.
What about you, Colin?
Oh man, I was trying to.
None of those shows.
Yeah.
Those were really good.
Well, I think when I was younger, it was stuff like Rugrats, Doug.
Yeah, sure.
I remember watching those in college when they first came out.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
That was a good show.
Guts.
I liked that one. Guts.
Yeah. Power Rangers.
Sure.
I watched
Teenage
some of them.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
And yeah, as I got older, I used to watch Tiny Toon Adventures. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Tiny
I
Toons.
like that.
That was like
Tiny
one of-
Toons was good.
That was
love
one.
Tiny
That was
Toons.
one of my favorite ones. That was one of the ones I remember coming home from school. Be like, as soon as I got home from school, that was on.
Yeah.
I'd sit on the couch and just eat a whole fucking bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That and Animaniacs.
Yes,
Muppet
Animaniacs.
Babies. I watched a lot of
Animaniacs.
Muppet
I watched
Babies
Muppet
on
Babies,
Saturdays.
too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember
Yeah.
Muppet Babies.
Man, maybe that should be our next segment. We should talk more about this. Unfortunately, we're getting near the end. Did you have any others?
Well, the one I mean, I was probably past or just at the teenage stage, but Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
fucking huge.
And I was getting
You know,
drunk
I
to that
was-
show.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, yeah, those are some
No,
of the shows
those
I
are-
can
those are
recall.
awesome.
That's very cool.
What a
I think
good
we
question, Ryan.
should devote some more time.
Yeah,
to
let's
it.
do that. We'll talk more. I mean, we kind of wait till the end, and then it's like everyone has, wrap it up. In my eyes, I'm like looking at everyone like, oh god.
No.
But anyways, that's episode 8. Thanks for listening,
Is
of
it?
course.
Yes.
Um,
Anything we didn't get to on this one will carry over to the next.
yes.
Send in questions, please.
Please. So
Send 'em in.
podcast at condograyskull.com, right?
Yep.
And then please
on
visit
Facebook.
our Facebook, of course.
Any way you can get us a question, just do it, please.
At Condo Grayskull for
Pretty
Twitter.
simple.
For Twitter as
There's
well, so-
lots of avenues.
Get involved. We'll do shout outs. We'll talk about crazy stuff. We'll talk about if I was a woman, who would I screw in this room? All that stuff. Yeah.
Ooh.
Someone asked me that, and I was like, maybe another
I think I'm
time.
going to be sick next week.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Anyways, thanks for listening. See you later.
Love you.
We're still here.
You're so good. So,
Okay,
so,
wait.
I love you. I love all of you.
Wait. Well, one guy I don't,
in
but
that
the rest
way.
I love. Okay, bye.